Unit 16, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Monster Within, January 28th. In Victorian London, England, Mr. Utterson is out strolling with his cousin, Mr. Enfield, who mentions a strange incident. The other night he saw a sinister-looking man knock down a little girl. The man, named Mr. Hyde, agreed to pay a large sum to the girl's family. He then disappeared through a door and returned with a check signed by the respected scientist Dr. Jekyll. Considering the odd circumstances, Utterson, who is Jekyll's lawyer, suspects Hyde is blackmailing the doctor, a suspicion that only grows after Jekyll names Hyde as his sole beneficiary in his new will. A year later, Hyde is seen beating a prominent politician to death. The police call Utterson, who also represented the politician, to help with the case, but Hyde has vanished. Concerned about Jekyll's safety, Utterson visits their mutual friend, Dr. Lanyon, who's recently had a falling out with Jekyll about the doctor's scientific practices. Lanyon gives Utterson a letter to be opened if Jekyll dies or disappears, but mysteriously dies himself soon after. Meanwhile, Jekyll becomes increasingly reclusive. His worried butler brings Utterson to the scientist's locked laboratory, fearing foul play. They break open the door to find Mr. Hyde, who has seemingly died from suicide. Utterson learns that Jekyll had created a potion that physically turned him into a man without morals or guilt, whom he named Hyde. He took another drug to turn back into Jekyll, and the shock of seeing this transformation was what killed Lanyon. In time, though, Jekyll started transforming into Hyde without even taking the medicine. Worse still, he had lost control of his other half's wickedness. Fearing he'd transform into Hyde permanently, Jekyll decided to end both their lives.